Ladies and gentlemen, I am buying more Hbar, Cardano, XLM. I'm just buying a ton more different altcoins here. I already hinted on this in my previous video, but the main reason I am going to be buying right now is because I realized a lot of these coins are at a very steep discount from where I originally bought them at. And so I have a mission. Make sure that I make or I maximize the profit over my positions over a little bit of a longer term. And so what I'm going to be doing today is just literally buying some more of some of the coins that are down a lot. So XLM, for example, here, it's down 50%, right? And I already told you guys, every single time these bots are down a good chunk, I'll just add more of an investment to basically DCA. And in this case here, I don't know. Let me quickly see. We put $7,000 in this bot times 5, so it's about a $35,000 position. I think it's time to just add at least a couple more thousand. Let's just add $3,000 here at this low point. Now, before we move on, if you also want to join in on this trading, and you're asking yourself, where am I doing that? Check out the link down below to Pionex. Is the main exchange I'm using right now for these bots. And if you sign up, you actually get yourself upwards of $100 just for signing up. And then also, the more you deposit, the more you get. You can even get $800 just for absolutely free. It might not work in a couple of countries. You might need to use a VPN. If you really are against that, there's also a link down below right here to EX, exchange that requires no KYC, just you've not got the bots. But if you like the manual trading, the futures trading, you can do it over on there. A lot of people use it, very, very popular. And let's move on with the video. Why? Even though it increases our liquidation price to 17 cents, we are also buying a good amount of XLM where we usually would be at a loss. If you guys remember how the bot strategy works is we are essentially just trying to stack up these bots to the biggest size possible while gritting these profits out over time. So XLM has been one of the least volatile pairs here because how these bots work is we basically create a futures grid bot. And what this bot does is every single time, let's take, for example, let's take XLM just as a coin, right? We have a long bot in this case. Every single time the price goes up, we make money because the bot sells, right? But every single time the price goes down a little bit, you can see that right here through, if I just insert it. If we were to take a price range from 10 cents to 30 cents and I put 500 different spots of which you could buy and sell, we can see it will basically buy as the price starts going down lower, 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 right? If I take the grids away, you can see that's just where empty price is. And then as the price goes up from there, it'll just keep selling. And that's also why the P&L will be all over the place because, well, it just tries to stack up bigger and bigger positions. And as the price goes down lower, it just keeps adding. And as the price goes up, it'll keep selling. So if the price keeps going down, it'll just keep stacking up and up and up and up and up. But then when things start moving upwards again, you make a ton of profit. Anyway, so when it comes to these XLM bot, we just added a little bit. And you can see relatively the percentage that we're down is now a lot less. I should actually, following the theory, be adding even more money to the investment. But I think for right now, since XLM has not been that volatile, we're just going to skip it a little bit. Right? For example, in the same time, the XLM bot has been open 38 days. It's made me up only 1.7%. So theoretically speaking, I should just not focus on this one at all, not add any more investment because it's kind of not worth it. At the same time though, Fartcoin, right? I put $1,500 in times 3, so 4,500. So instead of being 5x of position, it's only 3x. It's actually made me 23% in a little bit over a month because it's just able to buy and sell as the price goes down lower. So we started this at $1.32. Right now it's 108. But actually, fun fact, we're only down 15% because, again, it's in 23% with a profit, whereas normally we'd be down 40% on this position. And so we can kind of keep going on, right? Pepe, for example, also is up 10% on the grid. It's just what it's been able to cash out, even though we should be down 55% or less because it was able to cash out more. So again, I should actually be adding a bit of Pepe here as well. I'll just add another. So in this case, it's 3x position, I think. So this means I'm adding $3,000 to the position, which I think is fine to do. Here we go. We're just adding a bit of money to it because we are down about 50%. So right now, 3 times 2,500 is about 7,500 in this position. Let's quickly go through here. So we can see ADA is also down. So we are down roughly 55%. Relatively, 41 days only made us 4 or 5% or something. It's not that amazing, but you got to consider that this has also not been the craziest time for altcoins. We got a bit unlucky. So I'm also going to add another, let's just add $2,000 to this one. I think it's Cardano. We can add $3,000 to it, just doubling it up here. There we go. Why? First of all, so we're minimizing the loss that we're making on this. You can see it's just a lot less right now. But also, and way more importantly, because the goal is to have some very freaking stacked ADA position. This is right now at $30,000 position, pretty freaking juicy, and once the market starts moving back up, this is going to make us a ton of profit. ETH has never come down, it's made us about 13.5%. Bitcoin, you can see we have a $250,000 position. It's only made us $3,000 though in the last month and a half, so not too good. Whereas in the same time, the 250,000 XRP position has made us nearly $7,000, right? And this is just in cashed out profits, basically. We could just stop the bot right now and cash out the full 9 or the full 15 if you want to. It's just very easy to stop the bot, but I don't want to. I'm going to get this to keep running for a long time. Hbar I see here is also at a good loss. We don't mind, right? It's perfectly fine to keep adding at these lows so we get ourselves a better average price so that in the better markets, we just stack it up, we make a ton. And I guarantee you this right now, right? I will keep updating on this every single time. And you will see me right now at minus tens of thousands on some of these. In total, we're only up maybe $20,000, maybe $10,000. Soon, you'll see these being up hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if I keep this up, if I keep stacking like a madman, which I'm doing right now, you'll see these being up millions of dollars in a few months. It's going to be interesting, right? We're doing a 10K to $1 million challenge as well. You'll see the results of it, right? Just keep watching over the next few years. You'll see how crazy this is going to get. So let's just add another 1,500 to the Hbar position as well. We've got a little bit of money left to keep buying these dips, which I was planning to do here. Solana doesn't need to buy, it's still doing good. Bitcoin here is still doing good as well. It's up a pretty good percentage. And the original XRP bot in the last 2 months is also up almost 20%. So also definitely not looking bad. And again, the core thesis being, these are down significantly. So I got to keep, SUI here. Not sure if I just added to it, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just add more because it's down significantly still. We just double it up to, for example, we just add another $1,500 to it. So the total position is 3,000 times 3, which is still kind of small. I prefer to get all of these to at least $50,000 times 3 or times 5, so that at least $100,000, $150,000 per position. But again, if we do it slowly, we're just more guaranteed to be at less of a minus. So that's basically the thesis behind it. Right? So the core runners, we let them run. Why? Because it's very hard for these to ever get back into a loss if the market just slowly moves. That's the core idea. Right? XRP, we made 20% on the grid profits here already. Let me show you. So even if we go down and we actually go like 20% down from this price, we're actually still break even. And so if I compare that to a long position I've got over on Blowfin, right? This, now that it's down a few percent, it's down a lot. Whereas my bot positions will be down a lot less. But on the same time, if the market moves up, this will be up more, sure. But it's not buying and selling at the same time. It's just waiting. I'm just being patient here. And if you want to know why I think stacking up is one of the best ideas at this point of the market, it's not because we're at the verge of the breakout. We're not there just quite yet. It's because I realized the real altcoin season of this market has not come. And it will come. It's just a matter of time. But the more you start looking at it, right? This has been 4 years in the making. We had a little bit of spurts of an altcoin season, but really, we haven't had it yet. It's slowly but surely building. I am seeing the signs. Many people are missing it, though. They say, no, the memes took over. This time, there will not be an altcoin season. I'd like to debate that. This, by the way, is the market cap excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And it just shows you, if you take away Bitcoin ETH, how the market has been performing. It's up and up and up, slowly but surely. But really, when you look at it like this, if you just consistently buy throughout the years, it's so hard to lose. If you just consistently keep stacking these positions, especially when they're down a lot, if you keep stacking these positions, it is so hard to lose because, again, the history has showcased it. Over time, there's a few times here where you could have been in a loss for a while. But even then, if you just kept on stacking up, think about it. Even if you started buying this freaking top, if you kept on buying as the price went down lower and lower and lower, your average price would have been maybe here, right? In the middle. Let's just say the middle of this distance. As the market progressed over the next few months, the next few years, the amount of profit you'd be making over this would just be insane. And that's the core thesis. Even though maybe tomorrow you won't be at a massive amount of profit, over a few months, a few years, you'll break everybody's freaking necks. I don't know if that's the best way to say it, but that's basically what we'll be doing. So just want you guys to realize that. I'm buying a ton. This was not a really heavy buy or anything because the positions are kind of small, but you get the idea, right? We're doubling up every single time things go down lower. You could do it relatively kind of smaller or bigger. It doesn't really matter that much. It's not a precise science because Even if you just do nothing, as long as your positions don't get liquidated, you'll be making a ton of money. It's just a matter of patience. And I know people often, when these things are read, they don't like to sign up, they don't like to listen, they don't like to think about it. It's only when the market is very big in the green, right? And I'm making a ton of money. And I'm showing that to people that are like, oh, I should try that. But when I'm actually in the building phase to make this ton of money, nowhere to be seen, right? Just wanted to quickly showcase that. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful, right? Beautiful. We just got, again, a few positions in. Happy to see it. If you also want to join on in, got some links down below to some of the platforms. Payonix is where I'm doing all the bots on, like I said earlier in the video. You can also get yourself a nice bonus for signing up. Just check the link down below. You can get yourself $30 to $100 for just signing up, and more if you deposit. Just check out the links down below. And that's about it for this video. Hopefully see you guys again in another one tomorrow.